Join us as we search Alaska and beyond for mysterious creatures, featuring Beans Baxter and Rob Roy Menzies. This is the Alaska Bigfoot Studies. Hey guys, it's Chuk here with the Alaska Bigfoot Studies. Well, as many of you know, a tragedy happened over Christmas. I wanted to thank all the viewers who logged on to my website and messaged me. Shout out to Robert from Illinois, Lost Highway Will, Brad Thompson. I had several other friends texting me. I had a wonderful dinner with our little Alaskan Bigfoot crew, and Beans Baxter it came across his feed and he showed it to me while we were eating dinner. So what happened is two Sasquatch hunters died out on one of their expeditions. Now, I know the first thing many of us thought about, well, was it a Sasquatch that killed them? And it was not. It is very dangerous going on these expeditions, mainly because of the environment. So there was tons of news articles all over, the national feed, but I downloaded one from the New York Post, has pictures of the rescue people, and you'll notice they're all wearing bright orange waterproof suits. So it says two Sasquatch hunters died after they went missing while searching for the elusive mythical creature in the Oregon wilderness on Christmas Eve. Now, they said the Oregon wilderness, they were from Oregon, but then this next sentence confused me a little. The bodies of two men ages 37 and 59 years old were found in the heavily wooded area in the Gifford-Pinot National Forest in Washington State. The Skamania County Sheriff's Office said Saturday. So it may have been on the border there. Police said the pair appeared to have died of exposure. So they died from the elements not keeping their bodies warm enough amid the harsh weather conditions and their ill preparedness for the forest. So the men had set out on their excursion into the wilderness, hoping to spot Bigfoot with intentions to return home before Christmas. Rescuers crossed a stream. The grueling 3-day search was conducted for the men as over 60 volunteers searched and rescued. They talked about freezing temperatures, snow, rain, and the heavily wooded areas. They had helicopters. What I wanted to say, guys, was this is no joke. Yes, I love these expeditions. It's what I live for in the summers here in Alaska. I do a little bit in the winters, but mainly in the summer and the fall, we go out on these camping expeditions, and it can be very dangerous. I have almost gotten hypothermia on a Bigfoot expedition once across Kachemak Bay. We didn't pack enough clothing on our day hike because it was a summertime, so we left camp and suddenly the temperature shifted. It started raining, we started freezing. Luckily, we got under a giant spruce tree and we had fire starting materials, and we were able to start a fire and kind of wait out that weather. After an hour and a half, the sun came back up, it warmed up, and we were able to get out of there. So that was just one example when I myself did not go prepared. Nowadays, I get all kinds of stuff. I collect survival gear. BattleBox sends me some cool stuff. So I want to go through some gear that is absolutely necessary if you are going to go on a Bigfoot expedition. Now, one thing for sure I can tell you has saved my life on more than one occasion is a wooby. Now, a wooby is a military poncho liner. So I actually saved my life with a regular, just quilted one that was mil-spec GI wooby liner. But this thing is from Kafaru, and it is their wooby. And what I did is I cut a hole in there so I could just wear it like a poncho. So when it's cold, I just put this on, instantly warms my body up. There's just crazy insulation in here. But if it's raining, I'll put this on and then the actual military poncho on top of that. Additionally, you want knives. I tend to carry always a folding knife like this. And then we've got this one from BattleBox. Fixed blades are probably even better for hiking. Have that on your belt. And then fire starters. I always have, besides a Bic lighter, like a ferro rod. That is great. Something like this is really cool. This, you can keep it dry. you load it with just fire starter, and then you can just start it like that, and you can always have a fire even when it's raining or whatever. So fire starting is very important. Also, you want to pack water, and if you are on an area with natural water, then a water purifier. I'm starting to use this Grail because it's a water bottle and a purifier in one. You just fill it up and push it down, and you've got instant purified water. Those are the main things. It's smart to bring food too. Unfortunately, freeze-dried food is usually the lightest. So if you're going on a backpacking expedition, you got to have very warm clothing, waterproof clothing, good boots, keep your feet warm, a way to start a fire. And then the biggest thing also that I don't think these guys had that is a satellite messaging system. This is my InReach Mini. Wherever I am in the world, you know, I may be nestled in a canyon or something, I can easily get up to an area where I can get satellite, and wherever I am, I can send out an emergency beacon. I can send out text messages to friends. This is crucial. I have been hunting for years and years without one of these, and it's very important to have one. So now, just like Beans Baxter, he kind of turned me on to this, and now I have one of these. Now, on my hunting trips, I have also almost died, even with GPS, because when the fog sets in the mountains and you're miles and miles out there on a backpacking trip, you can get very disoriented. And it took me a long time, even with GPS, to kind of figure out, okay, now I'm going in the right direction. And it can be tough. So the land is no joke. Pacific Northwest, Alaska, Montana, Wyoming, anywhere where you're far away from civilization, it is no joke. Please have these basics. You got to have your warmth, a way to start a fire, food, water, a way to stay dry, and a way to contact the authorities in emergencies. So prayers to the two guys that lost their life, prayers for their families. Very sad story. I hope in the future, any of you who go on these expeditions, you will enjoy it. This hit the community hard, you know, the Bigfoot expedition community. Everyone is saddened to hear about that, and we want you guys to stay prepared. So collect the gear, even if it takes you a while, and don't go out on an extended journey without the basics. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next Sunday.